We knew going into play today that the fellas had a chance to win the series against a very good opponent in the Philadelphia Phillies and boost their record to 4 games over the 500 mark. But it was never going to be easy. But they sure as hell made it look easy. Beating the Phils 9-1 today and being up 8-0 after the bottom half of the 3rd inning. But who do you think were the fellas that got the job done today with the bats? Was it Vlad? No. Was it Georgie? No. Was it Alejandro Kirk? He had 3 hits, but was he the reason? No. Bo had a 2-run shot, but is he the reason? No. Tyler Heineman and Myles combined for 4 hits, 3 runs scored, and out of the 9 runs, they drove in 6. What kind of world are we living in right now? Where Myles is hitting 286, 318 OBP. He's got 5 steals, stole a base today with the Blue Jays. Sure, the OPS is no good, but you're not going to get any sort of extra base pop from Myles But he's making an impact, guys, and he's doing a damn good job. He scored, he scored 2 today? Myles Yeah, he scored 2 runs today. He scored 17 runs for the Blue Jays and drove in 13 in the 50 games that he's played. He has actually been a very serviceable 4th, 5th outfielder, whatever you want to call him. And Tyler Heineman, as your backup catcher, is hitting 404 with a 418 on base. He's driven in a bunch of runs. Or he drove in 3 today. So that is what? Only 9 runs driven. But he's hitting over 400 with an OPS near 1,000. Maybe even over 1,000 after today's game. As a backup catcher, he has done everything and some that the Blue Jays wanted. But let's break down what happened here. Bottom half of the 2nd inning is where everything started to happen. After Ernie Clement flies out, Davis Schneider, we talked about it yesterday, has had a couple decent games. He singled to left field. Then Myles Straw doubles to right center field, knocks it right into the gap. Schneider flying around the bases, head first slide. He's safe at the plate. Jays got the lead 1-0, the Myles Straw RBI double. Clase then grounds out. So now you've got 2 out. And a guy at second base. Then Tyler Heineman doubles to left center field. Straw comes in, Heine up to 2. And the Jays lead it 2-0 with a guy at second and still 2 out for Bo Bichette. And I believe it was the very first pitch. He drives one to right center field and it is gone. A 2-run shot for Bo Bichette. And just like that, Bo's got 8 homers on the year. I believe he's 1 behind Vlad he's tied for Vlad with the team lead and George Springer. They all have 8. It's crazy how the no power to start the year for Bo. He crushed it in May, and he's had an outstanding start to June. Bo Bichette, outstanding. The Jays score 4 runs in the 2nd. They're up 4-0 against Jesus Luzardo. I don't get it, but we keep moving. Bottom half of the 3rd inning, after George Springer gets called out on strikes and almost gets tossed, Kirky singles to right field. Then Ernie Clement guides one into the left center field gap. Kirky to 3rd, 2nd and 3rd, 1 out for Davis Schneider. Doesn't try to do too much, has a pretty good at bat, walks, and up comes Myles who dumps one into right field on a soft line drive for a base hit. Ernie and Kirk come in to score. And it is 6-0 Blue Jays. You have guys on the corners. Then Myles steals second. Jonathan Clase walks. Bases are now loaded again with only 1 out. And Tyler Heineman singles to left field. Actually, didn't really sing. I mean, they call it a single, but boy. Trey Turner goes out to make the play. It goes off his glove. Schneider and Myles come in to score. Jays lead it 8-0 in the 3rd. Jesus Luzardo gone. Goes 2 1/3 innings, and that is it. And the Jays put up a 5-piece on the Phillies early on in this ball game, and Chris Bassitt after that locked things down. The rest of the bullpen, elite stuff, and it is curtains. The Jays win it. They score 1. And Kyle Schwarber RBI single, and then in the bottom half of the 6th inning, Kirky hits an RBI single to get that 1 runner right back, and you win it 9-1 over the Phillies this afternoon to win the series and to go 4 games over 500. And with the Seattle Mariners loss to the Orioles today, the Blue Jays are back in a wild card spot. They are 8-2 in their last 10. They've won 2 in a row. They're sitting now, 1 game behind? Actually, is it 1 game 1 game behind the Minnesota Twins, who they play next. Like, this is all bundled up here in the wild card spot. And, I mean, it's early on in the season, obviously, but who cares? The Blue Jays are there, and they are making it fun to watch. Let's get into these players' stats, all right? We talked a little bit about it already, but Bo Bichette, 2 for 4, runs scored, 2 RBIs, dinger, great. Addison Barger comes off the bench for Bo Bichette, and, obviously a blowout game, gets a hit, because what else is new for Addison Barger? Vladdy goes 0 for 5, the on-base streak gone. George Springer, 1 for 4 with a run scored in the ball game. Alejandro Kirk, 3 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI. Got struck out in the first, was it the first inning or second inning? I think it was the first inning. First inning, because they scored a bunch of runs in the second. First inning, and then he gets 3 hits the rest of the way. Outstanding job again for Kirky in his DH day. Ernie Clement, 2 for 4 with a run scored. David Schneider, 1 for 3, but scored 2 runs because he walked once as well. Got on base twice. Great stuff there. We talked about the MVPs. Myles Straw, 2 for 4, 2 runs scored, 3 RBIs. Tyler Heineman, 2 runs scored, 2 hits, 1 run scored, 3 RBIs. And the Blue Jays have 14 hits today. 14! They strike out 4 times, walk twice, and they get the job done. But pitching-wise, Chris Bassitt was outstanding. 7 innings, 5 hits, 1 run, which was earned, 6 strikeouts, walked 2. The Hound of the Mound was dealing. Mason Fluharty, phenomenal as usual. Clean inning of work, no base runners, 2 punch-outs. Night, Jim Kite. Then Eric Swanson in a 9-1 games, had a couple rough outings. Go out there, have a clean one. He does. No base runners, no nothing. Ball game, Blue Jays win it. Awesome stuff. Now, we move forward to a 3-game series against the Minnesota Twins. Now, I don't know. Okay, so I've seen different things. It's the score app, it says Kevin Gausman's going game 1, but I was shout out to the guy Damon on Twitter. He said Lauer's going game 1. If I'm not mistaken, though, didn't Lauer pitch a bunch in game 1 of this series against the Phillies? Where the Jays lost 8-3. And he had to come in and pitch like 4 innings, didn't he? Yeah, 4 innings. So I highly doubt he's going to go in like 3 days rest and try and give you length. So if that's the case, maybe you see Kevin Gausman and Bailey, is it Bailey Ober? Yeah, Bailey Ober tomorrow night at 8:10 in Minneapolis. And the Saturday afternoon game at 2:10, Chris Paddock versus maybe Eric Lauer there. I don't know. We'll see how that one goes. And the finale is Bowden Francis versus Pablo Lopez. We talked about it yesterday about the pitching matchup. I don't favor the Blue Jays very much. So we'll see how it goes. Baseball's a crazy thing. Got to find a way to take 2 or 3. All right, that's a 2:10 first pitch of the finale as well. All right, so you know what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and the dub today, hit the like button. Do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button. You guys know that's already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Blue Jays? Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below. So follow there if you haven't done so already. And I will talk to you guys, Jays Edition, tomorrow night. Game 1 of the 3-game series in Minnesota against the Twins. I'm going to guess Kevin Gausman, Bailey Ober is the pitching matchup at 8:10. Fellas like to keep the good times flowing. Go 5 games above 500. Tie the Twins. Be a great vibe. All right? Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the game this afternoon. Talk to you guys then.